Hey guys, B-Man here. How are you guys doing today? Today, we've got an awesome one for you guys. What we have today is a duplication glitch tutorial because I've got other tutorials on this, but I realized that those tutorials are now 2 years old and it's hard for some people to trust a 2-year-old tutorial that's telling you to delete your saved data. So with that said, guys, I've got a new updated tutorial for you guys to show you that it's still working in 2024. If this helps you out, help me out. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me an awesome comment and let's get straight into how to do this, guys. What this is going to require is it's going to require that one of the players has this red finger here and another player that has these here, right? So these are real simple, real easy. You can craft these and you can actually buy. Now let's go and show you quickly where to get those. This merchant here sells the ability to craft them, so you'll be able to get those fur-filling things very easy. And that red finger, you just come up to here on the map and it's right there, just sitting on the step right there. So you can go up there to collect that, guys. So most people will be able to get that stuff really simple, real easy. So that's not a problem. With that said, guys, you need to go along and you need to get this from that step, and you guys need to be able to craft these. These are really easy to craft. They don't require much. They only require one of those flowers, leaf flowers, which are real easy to craft and you can get them easily. So that side of things is not a problem. With that said, this is not solo and you will need a friend or you will need a secondary console for this, okay? And before you start doing this, you want to have a server save. So you want to play for a bit to let it save on the server, and then you want to actually say system and you want to say quit game properly, okay? And you want to quit game, and then you want to let it load back in your data. And what I do as an extra security is because I'm doing it over two consoles, I log my profile in the second console and I let it say syncing my data before I start doing anything. And then that way I'm 100% certain that I have a server save at this point. Now what that's for is if somebody's just dropped you something and then you start trying to do this glitch straight away and you delete your data, it might go back to before when that person dropped you the item. So you want to make sure you have a server save, so this is the point that it goes back to when you delete your data. Then once you've got that done, we're cool, we're set, we're going to get ready into this. Now another thing that you need to keep in mind is that when you're dropping items for other players or for your ult, etc., they can only see weapons up to the plus number that they have in their inventory already. So other players, they will need to already be holding a +8, at least one +8 weapon, for you to be able to drop any other +8 weapons for them to be able to see. And if they're only holding a +8, you will not be able to drop them a +10 because they will not be able to see it to pick it up. What this is really useful for is for players that have gotten one +10 because they've done a whole playthrough and they've got a +10, but you only get a limited amount of those ancient dragon stones, right? So you can only get 1 or 2 +10s. What this is good for is you can then go along and use this to get heaps and heaps of +10s and use the dragon stones over and over again to get more than just 2 +10s. You can have 8, you can have all your guns, all your weapons at +10 and +25. It's really useful for that. Also, what we're going to be showing you is you can be done for runes and stuff like that. So you can dupe up your runes and get 20 million runes every time you do it and stuff like that. So with that said, let's get in and show you guys how we do this part. Okay, so we've gotten our server save, and this is the point where we're saved at, and now what we want to do is we want to go along and we want to upgrade a weapon without wasting our upgrading stones, right? So we want to get a Housefin Steeple that's +10, and then we want to give it to our buddy because our buddy's our store point. They can give it back to us later if you're trying to get it for yourself. So you'll need a buddy for this, so we'll go and upgrade that to level 10, and then we'll be able to just drop it off, and you'll come back in and we won't use up our stuff. And at the same time, we're going to also duplicate runes. So to do this, all we need to do is once we've loaded into the game, we want to come across and to the table of grace, and we want to upgrade our weapon. So we come in, we come along, And remember, we've got a server save that's before this point. So right now, if anything that happens, it's just a local save. So we can come into here and we can upgrade that using the Somber Smithing Stone 9 and our Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. So we've just used up our Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, and now we don't have any more Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones. We can use one for normal Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone on that and make that 25 as well. Now we've just used 2 of them, right? We no longer have a Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Now we can come back to here. Come over to here where our buddy is, and we want to sit down using this. Or your buddy can use it. Doesn't matter who uses it. But we want to use this. Sorry, I cancelled it. And get our buddy to summon us in. Now, to make sure you have no trouble with this stuff, you want to make sure that you set the passwords in that between you and your 2 consoles and the group passwords to the same, because then you'll have no trouble finding the red souls. So you'll see we'll be able to load in. Now that we've loaded in and we have our +10 weapon, we can drop it. We can drop our +25 dagger that we just made. We can drop our +10 that we just made. We can drop a whole heap of runes. And so on. You can drop everything. Then our buddy can come along and they can just pick it all up. Then once they've picked it all up, then we can leave, but we don't leave, we have to leave in a certain way so that we can delete our data and we don't get multiplayer banned. Now, once they've picked it up and we're ready to go, what we do is we come to multiplayer and you use the finger server, okay? You need to use this so you do not get multiplayer banned, okay? Then you use this. Then after that, you come in and you come to your manage data and you delete your save data, but do not do this. Do not, I can't stress it enough, delete from everywhere. You will lose everything. Do not delete from everywhere. Only press delete from console. If you say delete from everywhere, you will lose everything. Say delete from console and then load back in. You will still have our smithing stones. We will still have our runes. Our buddies now got those items. Our buddies got those runes. They, at this point, if you're trying to duplicate it for yourself, when you come back in, they can now drop it to you, or they can create a server save and dupe them back to you, in which case you will have those items if you're trying to duplicate, or they can use them. You come back in, you've got the replacement of them they actually duplicated, and you could just go along and do it again. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, guys. So you'll see we'll load in and we'll have all our runes, that is Lord runes that we just dropped. So we just dropped the other player 25 million runes, just like that, and we've got them back. It's simple as, easy as, and people, remember, you can actually store way more runes than what you can actually hold in your inventory. So if you come into here now, you see we still have all those runes that we just dropped. We just dropped all of these runes here, and we still have our, we don't have that thing at a +10, it's a +8, because the other player now has that they can now drop to us. So now we just got a free +10 weapon that's fully upgraded without costing us any of our dragon stones. This one ancient somber dragon stone and +9 that we just spent, we've got it back, but the weapon's over there, and now our buddy can come in and drop it to us. Same with the runes that we just dropped them. Now they can go and power level up like crazy, guys. This is absolutely awesome, and it's crazy. Now we could now go in and furcool finger and grab our weapons back off our other player, which we'll do just for this video. So we'll come in. Other player summons us. And they'll drop us back our +10 weapon, so you can see that we get it. Now again, both players have to have the ability to be able to see the weapon that you're trying to upgrade to. So this really works well if you've got two players that have at least one level 10 weapon. So they can't just be holding the ancient dragonstone. Both of you will have to have at least spent one dragonstone in the past on your account and be holding a +10 weapon to be able to see when other players drop a +10 weapon. Now, same with the +25. If you've got one somber ancient dragon +10 weapon, you'll be able to see the +25s. If you're holding one +25 weapon, you'll be able to see the +10 somber weapon. So as you see here, we've just spawned in, and they can go along, and now they can drop us back that sword that we just had. Plus the runes. Like so. Then we can go along and we can just grab these. Now, because they weren't duplicating them, unable to acquire heroes rooms, this would exceed maximum and to be held in inventory storage, because we've actually got heaps in our storage too, which is crack up. But that's what I was going to say. You can actually hold more than what you actually have in your inventory. So guys, so you have your inventory amount here. These runes here, you can stack them into here, and then we'll just leave here and I'll show you guys the final part of this. We'll show you guys that you can actually store a whole heap of Lord's runes and all of that, which Lord's runes, I think 100 Lord's runes is close to 15 million runes. You can store heaps of them in here, so you can come rest at your grace site and you can do them later on as well if you don't feel like leveling up straight away. So if you come into our chest, we've got a whole heap of stuff stored up in our chests as well. So mega runes galore, guys. With that said, you can duplicate heaps of stuff. You can duplicate all sorts of other stuff as well, guys. You can actually duplicate weapons, everything, anything pretty much that can be dropped on the ground can be duplicated. Amulets, armor, shields, everything, guys. You can just duplicate them up and everything. What you can do is, if you've missed something, say I got to the end zone and I suddenly realized, damn, I missed the knife, the wet knife, to be able to put holy onto my shield so that I can negate all of Elden Beast's damage, holy damage, right? Well, what I done is I went to my other profile that had access to Lindale City, not Ashen, so it could go and get it. Then I duplicated this shield over to that profile. I put on the holy affinity for the shield, and then I brought it back to this profile, and then I had this profile with the holy shield, so I was able to block all the holy damage. It's things like that, guys, and well, you name it, guys, it's super awesome. So I hope this helps you guys out, and if this helps you out, help me out, guys. Smash that like button and keep being awesome. Subscribe if you're new and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Be man.